All right, David. So here's the. Hope you're doing well. Here's the first one that you sent me, and if you can do this one on Excel, you should be able to do the other ones. So here's the data that you gave me for number 10, I think it was, and we got the demand for bass drums and Green Shades TV appearance. So if you highlight all of this data and you want to get a scatter plot of what it looks like, so we're going to do an insert scatter plot. And this will just give us our data and we can look at it and say, hey, I could fit a line through here. And so we're going to do that to get this regression, best fit line of best fit. And so if you go to one of the data points and just hit right click and then add trend line, it's already set up to do a linear equation. We're going to display the equation on the chart and display the r squared value. So here's our equation. It's y equals 0.5932x plus 1.6441. So it's like our y equals mx plus b. The r squared value is a way that we can find our correlation, our r value, if we'd like. But let's say we wanted to predict when demand for bass drums was 4, we could just type it into Excel, 0.5932 times 4 plus 1.6441. And that would give us a value of 4.016. So if we plugged in 4 for x, we would get 4 for y. Let's see what would happen if we plugged in 10 for our x. We'd get about 7 to 8 for our y. Y is our TV appearance, x is our demand for bass. So this way we could predict values. The r value, if you want to find your correlation coefficient, is just the square root of r squared, so 0.5932. So it's about 0.7702 is what it would be. Also in Excel you could do start typing in correlation, and it says which two variables are we looking to correlate, and we would just type the values for demand and then highlight the values for TV appearance, and we get the same number. This one's a little different than this one because this top one was used from a rounded r squared value. So this would be a more precise answer right here, this 0.770208, but they're both the same to 4 decimal places, so that would be good. In my stats book, I teach a stats class. They talk about the coefficient of determination, which is one of the questions asked for that, and it just measures the proportion of total variation, so how much variation in the y variable that is explained by your regression line, which is your x values that you're looking at. So that's what your coefficient of determination is. But all the questions seem to be asking you to take your data, plot it, find your line of best fit, and then predict the value. So again, you would do all that by highlighting your data and then insert a scatter plot. Once you get the plot up, just go to any of the points and do a right click, add trend line. It already set up for linear. Do display equation on chart and display r squared value. And it'll give you that information that you need. Again, this is your y equals mx plus b. There's your slope. There's your y-intercept. And again, the r squared is, you can find your r from, which is your correlation coefficient. How well the data matches up linearly. So we'll see if this gets you started on the other ones that you had some questions on. And again, we can totally talk on Saturday, would be fine. So, have a good night.